morning, Trojans, and welcome back to The Scoop. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Xavier.
Well, it's October 3rd, and on October 3rd, he asked me what day it was.
What day is it?
It's October 3rd. Happy Mean Girls Day, everyone.
My favorite part about that is when you go, it's October 3rd, and I have to ask you what day it is, just so you can say it's October 3rd.
Again.
Shout out those
big
mean
day.
girls.
It's a big, big day. Well, we're coming at you with a new scoop, a new season, new hosts, and groundbreaking changes in a whole new way.
So, Kayla, what's the scoop?
Well, last Saturday, SNL star Bowen Yang, dressed as the internet's favorite hippo, Mudang, discussed the challenges of rising to fame, parodying Chappell Roan's experience. Reactions were mixed, but many critics called out Bowen Yang's comparison of Roan's struggle with harassment to a hippo's. Yang later clarified on Instagram that the sketch was meant to support Roan. Bowen Yang, Mudang, and Chappell Roan, it's a tough time to be cute, fun, and gay. Would it be tougher if Kamala doesn't win, though, Chappell?
I think it's pretty easy to look at your fan base and just even if you're not telling the truth, just tell them a lie a little bit. You know?
We need it.
It would only make sense. Let's see. Netflix will follow up the new season of Monster, which focuses on the Menendez brothers' murders, with the documentary by the same name. In addition, the documentary promises to uncover new evidence that could benefit the brothers. Now all we need is a time machine to go back before they were sentenced to, life in prison. If only 40 years ago Netflix was completely out of original content, the American justice system may have just gotten it right.
Daniel Day-Lewis is returning to the big screen after a 7-year break, and surprise, surprise, it's for a film directed by his son, Ronan Day-Lewis. Anatomy certainly has nepotism vibes, but the film aims to explore the intricate dynamic of family relationships. But this could just be another case of Hollywood's favorite game, Who's Your Dad?
A new horror-focused streaming service is coming to the U.S. just in time for Halloween. Scream TV will be available on Roku, Amazon Fire starting October 13th. The streaming service will feature a wide variety of horror classics like Nosferatu to kid classics like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Scream TV will be free for all of its living users, but will be limited to 4 souls per host site.
Robert Downey Jr. has officially stepped onto the Broadway stage for the first time in his new show, McNeil. McNeil dives into deep themes like artificial intelligence and artistic integrity, with Downey playing Jacob McNeil, an acclaimed novelist battling his alcoholism. Kinda sounds like if Tony Stark was just depressed instead of being a rich playboy.
A San Diego doctor, Mark Chavez, has become the 3rd person to plead guilty in the investigation surrounding Matthew Perry's tragic overdose. Now he's cooperating with prosecutors to target bigger players in the case, like Dr. Salvador Plasencia, who allegedly handed the drugs directly to Perry, and Jasmine Sanga, who has been named the ketamine queen of LA. Who knew the medical field had such a colorful cast of characters?
Does sound like a fun bunch. Well, please stick around after the break for the pyramid of reboots.
Stay tuned for the upcoming weather report.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cloudy.
With a chance of
Meatballs?
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Movie Munchies. I'm your host, Sheila.
And I'm your co-host, Hugh.
And today we're going to be talking about the movie Critic and Candid. So what's your favorite character in the movie?
My favorite character, personally, is the cameraman and the little monkey. And of course, what's your favorite character?
I personally really love the Crocodile.
Crocodile Supreme.
That clip is kind of making me hungry.
Now let's cut to me making the crocodile. This is how I will make the crocodile. 2 of these, a hard shell, and peppers. So this is how I'm gonna make the face of the taco. So it's a hard shell, And I open it now. And now we open this. This will be the inside of the body of the face. Now we're gonna put the body of the head. So we'll put the chicken. And then now we have the seasoning, or whatever, the sauce. Now we got the cheese. Now these are the organs. Here's the peppers. Now we're gonna put so right here, this is the head. We're gonna put the body right here, and then we're gonna put the arms on the side. Pretend these are the legs, okay, for now. Now we got fill in the guts again for the body. And then now we got the liquids, the fluids, the blood. Now it's alive.
Wow, this looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try. It tastes really good.
That was really good.
You did a good job. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on another episode of Movie Munchies.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Scoop. We're going to take you through this week's pyramid of movie reboots.
Yes, we are. All right, at the bottom of the pyramid, we have Wonka.
This, at the bottom of the pyramid, is such a crazy choice. This movie was full of whimsy.
But it's a horrible movie.
Wonka?
Yeah.
And there's chocolate.
No.
And there's...
No. I think Timothy Chalamet just does
Noodle.
these movies so he can do his movies like Bones and All. Like, those are his passion projects.
Whatever. Next up on the bottom row of the pyramid, we have the movie It.
I really want to argue with that because I love this movie.
You know what? No. It's a bad movie.
I think I'm going to be Richie for Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, get it through your head. This is actually really scary.
It is pretty good.
It was actually pretty scary.
After that, we have Alice in Wonderland.
I like this one. Was a good
Do
one. I
we
feel like.
agree on this one?
I mean, they expanded the world. They made it live action, which was definitely a choice.
That was definitely a choice, a big budget, but I think it did pretty good. I don't think they needed the sequel to this. That should have been not done, but it's fine.
I don't know what else this little girl could go through. Up next, we have Dune, which is it makes sense this is on the second row. It's a pretty great movie. A lot of people called it boring.
Yeah, I think it's like Lord of the Rings, where it just kind of has to grow on you, and you have to kind of know all the history to really appreciate it.
Gotcha.
But next up, we have the tiniest of women.
Oh, the littlest
the
women.
littlest ones, the little women.
You know what? Greta Gerwig did her thing in this one.
Yes.
All of them. I didn't even know Meryl Streep was in this. I'm just reading it, but
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And let's note that Timothy Chalamet is in 3 of these. Maybe he needs to stop that.
This is the pyramid of Timothy Chalamet, like
Reboots.
mid-tier movies, honestly.
Finally, we have the wonderful Pride and Prejudice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna be prejudiced, throw a little bit of pride in there.
Yes.
Really put your foot down. I've never seen this movie before.
I've just seen all the clips, and I know the man who plays Mr. Darcy really regretted
Tom's
doing it.
Momsgans. He was in
doesn't-
Succession.
Yes, he doesn't think he should have done it. He's confused as to why people like him so much in it, which I think is crazy.
All right. Well, we will be adding a new segment to the Scoop, actually, called Today in History. So joining us right now on the big board is going to be Kayla.
Welcome to Today in History. So today we're going to be showing you a wheel, and on that wheel we're going to serve you a plate of stale news from today in years past. What dirt are we digging up today, Megan?
And we are gonna land on, let's see, it's looking
What's it?
like television. Today, in 1992, Sinead O'Connor appeared as the musical guest on SNL to promote her new album, I Am Not Your Girl, after singing the song War. After she held up a picture of Pope John Paul II and ripped it up 3 times and said, "Fight the real enemy," in protest of the Catholic Church sexual and physical child abuse.
Okay, well, let's hope for some lighter news this time around. Let's see what we get. Please, please. Controversy! Today, in 1995, O.J. Simpson was found not guilty in the murder of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman. Well, one thing about us Trojans, we love a victory.
Yes, we do. We're always, you know what we're going to do. We're always going to fight on.
on.
So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
And stick around for an exclusive interview with our resident movie buff. Speaking of gossip, we are getting the inside tea with the one and only Duncan Geisler. Thanks for coming, Duncan.
Thank you for having me. It's absolutely wonderful to be here.
Well, we knew we had to bring you in your extensive cinema and media studies background.
Yes, exactly.
But I think it goes deeper.
Yes,
I
exactly.
think you're film bro from the heart.
Yes,
And we
truly.
will-
It's in your blood.
And we are going to dive in that, but bringing it back to 2024, let's check out What Would Trojans Do? Stick around to find out about Duncan's letterbox reviews.
I don't think we were supposed to.
So, maybe let's ask Duncan a question, actually.
Yes.
So Duncan, we know that you're a big fan of the wonderful Alice in Wonderland and Maleficent.
Yes, of course.
Which one do you like more?
Okay. Alice in Wonderland always has a great place in my heart because I think it's funny. I like when the Mad Hatter does that funny dance. But
He does do the weird, where it's like head spins or whatever.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, why does he do that? That's really...
I think it's a little bit inspirational.
It is kind
But
of
it's like-
inspirational. It's like you can do whatever you
Because this is
want.
Wonderland.
If
Yeah,
I,
it's
no,
And it's a
but
land
I
of
think if I'm
wonder.
remembering it correctly, it's like the climax of the movie is him doing this dance.
It's the
I
very,
think.
very end. So it's like they just killed the dragon, and it's like, let's celebrate, and then he like does the craziest dance ever.
Okay, next question.
What a way to celebrate.
Yes.
Which is more iconic of the two Cinderella dresses?
Let me be completely serious. I hate the animated Cinderella's dress.
I was
Like-
for sure thought you were gonna say you love that one.
No, it is
Can you tell me
genuine-
what's so detestable about it?
I hate her little like.
Yes,
little
okay.
humps.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's
Little love
really
handles?
like I don't like it. I also don't like her hair, but that's just a separite thing entirely.
So, okay.
It's
Is this
just like
not a
such a-
classic look? Am I?
It's classic. I still think it's ugly.
And you can be both. You can
I
be
mean,
both.
they dropped the humps in the second one.
Which makes it, and also like
uh-huh.
the waist is tea.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Like,
no
Look at
way.
that
Waist
bod.
is yeah, no, like it's so.
I would wear that.
It's gorgeous. It's like the most gorgeous.
I think
They
the
put
hair
her
is
hair
worse
down.
in
They
the
put her
live
hair
action.
down.
I don't
And they
like the
put her-
hair in the live action.
You don't like the hair?
I like the hair in the
But at
animated.
least she gets to like spin and let it like,
I've always
flow in the
wondered though
wind.
what the headband would have looked like. In
And
real
I
You know
guess
life.
there's
we'll
a
never
debate about
know.
that?
There's a debate.
Yeah,
you know
because
what? We might just get Cinderella 3 and find out.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, but you have to wonder about the practicality of glass shoes anyway.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
gotta be painful.
Just naturally, you would
Wonderful,
assume.
Duncan.
Mhm.
Now I have a great question for you.
Yeah.
Kiss, marry, kill these characters from the Batman. Paul Dano's Riddler, Andy Serkis' Alfred,
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Okay. I gotta kiss Paul Dano.
Okay.
It's in my heart.
Accurate,
It's in my
correct.
heart,
No,
yeah.
Correct.
no.
It's true.
correct.
Can
Yeah.
The question
got
is not Paul Dano. You're kissing the,
The
Riddler.
Riddler.
This dude blew up a stadium full of people and tried to drown them.
But underneath the Riddler is Paul Dano.
Yeah.
He
No, when
was
he
crazy.
was in that prison cell and he was like going crazy because he was like, we're both part of the same system, the Batman. I was like,
Wait.
and he's hot.
Like
Yes,
when they're
I
a
am.
little crazy.
No, when they're a little crazy, it's like fine.
Who are you
I would.
marrying?
I'll marry the penguin.
And you'll
What?
kill.
I'll kill Alfred. I mean, he was half dead by the end of the movie anyway.
That's
Spoilers.
true.
Spoilers.
You're not marrying a
You're
butler.
doing him a favor.
Yeah, I would totally
Marry the
go
butler.
He'd do so much for you.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like, the penguin can just hire help.
Correct me if
That
I'm
is
wrong.
also
Isn't he a
true.
good
Yeah.
guy, Alfred?
Yeah, but he also gets like blown up.
Everyone wants to be
Well, not
Mrs.
if
If he's
Soprano.
gonna die
Not if him
anyway.
and
You
I
know.
married. I would not let him get blown up.
The wife of a
Period.
mob boss is like a dream. To
Yeah.
be honest.
That's true.
No, exactly.
Imagine the
Like,
fur coat.
yeah, the mink.
Yeah.
Fur
Ah.
coat, the diamonds.
Honey,
Look
where'd
at
you
the
get
penguin.
this? Who'd you get this from? Don't ask about it.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Just a little bit of blood.
I'll show up to like the iceberg lounge in like my like sunglasses, and they'll be like, "Oh,
Dirty
don't mess with
martini.
him."
No, yeah.
exactly.
You can get whatever you want.
Exactly.
They'll know you at the door.
Uh-huh.
you know,
Easy street.
That whole thing.
Our next question, Duncan. What qualities about the original 1977 Suspiria is better than the 2018 remake? And what changes in the remake make it worth watching?
Okay. So the original Suspiria has this like energy to it that's kind of unmatched in terms of like it's kind of the same thing with all giallo films from like 70s and 80s where it's like low-key bad.
But
And
like campy fun bad.
What is
yeah, and
Suspiria
like a
about?
campy. So these witches run a dance academy.
Wait,
And that's pretty much it.
love that.
Yeah. So in the original, it's like, it's just like crazy. There is like no plot in the original. It's just like these witches
vibes.
run a
Let's
dance
be
academy.
crazy. Let's kill little people.
Like,
Let's dance a
genuinely,
little.
like, that's just
have
what
a little
happens.
fun. Make a
Yeah.
little magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no
there's something so
central-
Are they
appealing
doing
about
like
that.
are they doing like 70s, 80s dances?
No, it's like ballet.
I see.
Yeah, I think the
Well-
original isn't just ballet. It's
It's
like
kind of like a
bunch other
Benjamin
stuff, but-
Button type of.
Well, then how would you compare it to?
The original is, or the new one's plenty fun. I love Tilda Swinton.
And
So
that's
you should
all
watch
good.
it just for Tilda Swinton.
That-
And I will.
All hot takes, but we're going to go ahead and bring it back to 2024. Let's check out what Trojans would do and stick around to find out Duncan's letterbox reviews.
Welcome back to What Would Trojans Do? The show where we ask Trojans what they would do in a hypothetical scenario, but plot twist, it's the plot of a show. Today, we're asking students about the glitz and glamour of the Gossip Girl reboot. What would they do if their teacher was spreading rumors about them? Let's find out.
Welcome back, followers. Meet you downstairs in the bar and her.
Things have changed.
Your rolled up sleeves
I'm starting
and
over.
your skull t-shirt.
What would you do if you lived in luxury and were one of society's elite?
I'll be living it up on a yacht, you know, up in Mykonos. Never been there before, but there's always a chance for that.
So I would definitely never cook ever again.
There you go.
Eat out 3 times a day. I would probably hire my own sushi chef.
What if there was a catch and every single thing you did was being watched by someone and they could spill your darkest, deepest secrets at any time to the entire world?
Well, I think there are definitely a lot of people in the media's eye that are already being monitored, and this situation happens a lot, especially with athletes and musicians. Like,
well, I think they probably are.
They probably are?
They probably are, given how much tech is around us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, all your devices are probably listening quietly in the background.
But I feel like that's the way that I live anyway. So we'll
Your
just
deepest, darkest secrets are exposed to the whole world?
they could be. I mean, you know, I probably wouldn't want any of the luxuries anymore. Not gonna lie, I don't think I would accept that. Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know. I just.
What would you do if you found out that your teacher was the one who was exposing you to the entire world?
Oh, my teacher?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Write like a really bad Rate My Professor review or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or like the reviews at the end of the semester
Yeah,
that
the
you
course
do. Like just
eval
like
would be really bad.
disagree.
Just with my face at that point. Like, if you're gonna say things about my name, guess what? I resolve with the face, so. Yeah.
I would feel a very big sense of betrayal, firstly, because I feel like...
'Cause that's pretty fucked. But I don't know. I feel like I would just like ruin my relationship with that teacher.
Have you guys ever seen the Gossip Girl reboot episodes? Yes.
We watched Gossip Girl, but I haven't seen the
Oh,
reboot.
the new version on HBO. Yeah. Have any of you ever seen the Gossip Girl reboot?
HBO?
Yes, on HBO.
I've seen the ads for it.
No, I
No.
haven't.
On
no.
HBO.
No.
I haven't even watched the first one.
Did it really need a reboot? Probably not.
And how about you? What would you do if you were in the Gossip Girl reboot?
So, Duncan, did you see the new Gossip Girl reboot?
I saw like one episode of it and then I quit it.
I feel like that was enough.
The
Yeah.
second season, I watched only the second season. It
Oh.
was pretty good.
Didn't it get canceled?
It
Okay.
did, for
So-
good reason. But they also reveal who Gossip Girl is in the first episode.
That was the problem.
Wait.
Because the appeal of
That's
Gossip Girl is that you
actually
don't know who Gossip Girl
literally
is.
the
Guys,
point.
I'm maybe explain the premise to me. So throughout all of Gossip Girl, there's a Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you
See,
don't know
okay,
who
the
it is.
first
True.
series, like the
Yes.
original Gossip Girl, there's just the one Gossip Girl.
But they low-key reveal him early on too, and we just
Well,
don't
they,
know.
So there's a
they
Gossip
backtracked.
Guy,
They
too.
backtracked. They
This is
said we
true.
need to
This
fig-
is true.
we need
Well,
to
and there's
pick
like
one.
so many.
Because
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like Jenny originally, I think.
Yeah, well, she knew.
She knew. We knew. We all knew. Well, anyway, speaking of, we dug into your letterboxd
Oh,
and
wow.
found some very interesting reviews. And this is basically your trial of would you care to explain what you said on the internet?
Yeah, I would love to.
First up, we have your review of the Little Mermaid. Why is Eric just standing underwater in the poster?
He is. Like, he is. And I didn't realize this until I was, like, looking so much into it. And I was like, why? He is just
How
standing
did you
there.
notice that?
Well,
Whenever I'm, like, writing my reviews, I write them completely on the fly. I get, like, inspiration from a higher
Yes,
being.
let's
Absolutely.
also, for the viewers, it was extremely hard to find 6
PC.
reviews. And we apologize
Yeah.
to everyone who spent hours looking for them. These are the only ones
can I just
that we
say?
could find.
Okay.
Can I just say though?
Yeah.
I do understand like human underwater. What's going on?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just looking at the mermaid and wondering, how that.
How
How
she
that's happening.
exists.
How your eyes like
Exactly.
strayed from the literal
Or
mermaid.
the giant octopus lady.
Well, because they're all supposed to be underwater. I don't know.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not the weird thing
Of
here.
course.
That's
No.
the canonical thing.
Of course.
Well,
gosh.
the next one we have is Agatha All Along. If you are honestly surprised that I would give this 5 stars completely unironically, I don't know what to tell you. This was made quite possibly only for myself. How
Yeah.
special that there's a show out there just made for you, Duncan.
And you
Yeah.
only watched
was-
2 episodes when you did this.
Yeah. Well, those were the only 2 episodes that were out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is this about?
was
Okay,
Duncan
it's a
all
spin-off.
Is it an autobiography or just a biography?
Autobiography.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Autobiography
So you had a part
of
in
Catherine
this.
Hahn.
Oh.
It's just like her true story. It's like stuff that actually
Oh, so not
happened to
your
her.
true story.
Well, yeah, it's not about me.
It was
it's about
made
It's just
Catherine
for
Hahn.
for you.
I'm the only person who
Watch
would
it?
watch a Catherine Hahn autobiography.
I don't
Would
know
you
who
say
that
that
is.
she's the only girl that...
In the world?
Yeah.
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 She's the first and only girl.
Would you say she makes you feel like you're the only girl in the world?
Yes.
Okay, and that's all you need. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
And I agree with that.
Let's see. Next up, we have your review of the Adventures of Prince Ahmed. I know he's just a silhouette, but Prince Ahmed is kind of fine.
Yeah. So this was
3 likes, because I at least feel a little better that 3 people kind of agreed with you. Also, to note,
Yeah.
1926.
Yeah.
1926.
So in case you don't know, this is
Almost
a
100 years old.
There were baddies up in 100 years
just-
ago.
This was a animated film from 1926 that was just like it was like cutouts basically. They were just taking pictures of like
I was about to
cutouts
say,
and
it
stuff.
kind of doesn't matter what year it was, what anything was. He's talking about a silhouette.
So the whole time it's
So it's
silhouettes.
yeah, it's just silhouettes. If you can see the poster where it's just
That's-
like the black outlines, that's all you see in the
I
movie.
honestly think
But if body is T, I think that's all that
That
matters.
And his body was T.
So what's the issue here? I think we have crushes on animated characters all the
Yeah.
time.
If
I'm
people-
looking at Nick Wilde. Like,
Yeah, if people can be into Scar.
No. We're just admitted.
This is a crazy
We're
year,
into the fox from Zootopia and a silhouette. Guys, we have to draw the line. Don't high five.
Did we say we
can't
like him
high-five
weird?
that.
Wait.
Yeah, wait.
This isn't. You don't like them weird.
And
You like
now-
them non-human.
Our next,
You
our
like them
next
in the forms
review.
of shadows and foxes.
You got one too. Don't even lie, Lola from Shark Tales. And now we have iBoy. Boy. This feels like a YouTube original movie. It sure looks like one.
How did you find
That's
this?
AI
That's the girl
poster.
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, it is.
so
Is that not
this
Mike
was
Fast?
I was just like scrolling on Netflix one day, and I was like, I need to watch this because there's so many things. It's like iRobot. and it's like, yeah.
Isn't there like an iZombie?
Yeah.
They like spice.
And I was
those
thinking it
up.
was gonna be like something like that, where it'd be like, oh, this is like a funny, like he mixes with an iPhone or something. I forget what the plot exactly is, but I think it is like an iPhone gets embedded in his head, and then he can hack like anything.
I hate when that happens.
No, it happens to me all the time, and
Yeah.
it's like so annoying.
How old is this movie?
It's from 2017.
Wait, that's a little too recent.
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
that.
a little too recent.
They say any movie that gets made is a miracle. I
Yeah.
don't.
And this
have
wasn't
so
a
Sometimes you
miracle.
don't need
If
miracles.
any of you guys are insecure about your screenplay, let's remember that this movie was made, so you have a shot.
Yeah,
too.
no, exactly.
Dream.
Well,
Dare
okay.
to dream.
Okay,
Dare to Dream with
Duncan only gave this one a 1 star.
Finally,
We have Twisters.
Guys, I think if I watch this another 4 times, it'll win Best Picture.
For context, I think this was the 4th time I watched this.
I would say you
Really?
are
'Cause you don't
the
have the-
Academy. You are the Academy.
I really love Twisters.
Or do you love Glenn Powell?
It's honestly just Twisters. I really love
Like
Twisters.
you love those dang.
No, I
tornadoes.
love when they're like gripping onto the pipes and being like, "Help!" I just think
It's just a little bit of fun,
Yeah,
a
but
little
they're, like,
adventure.
losing their lives and
Well,
loved
that's all the
ones
time we have for today.
and
Thanks for
belongings.
joining us on this lovely Thursday morning. This has been The Scoop, the whole scoop, and
And
nothing
nothing
but
but
the
the scoop.
scoop.
Fight
Fight
on.
on.